All right, on today's show, I welcome on a very special guest. She is new to Rhode Island, to the Rhode Island area. I welcome on Thalia Shepard. She is a a junior guard for St. Andrews Girls High School basketball team. Thalia, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. How you holding up during these crazy COVID times?
I'm holding out good. How are you?
It's going. I'm starting to see there's some at least some bright side of everything coming. It seems like things are opening back up, right?
Right. Yeah, it's exciting. It's very exciting.
Yeah, it really is. All right. So first of all, getting straight to the first question here. Let's get into it. You're welcome to Rhode Island. It's like I'm very excited. You're very must be very excited. What was your decision to come to St. Andrews?
I was talking with my AAU coach, and she actually got me in contact with Coach Battistini. And at first, I was a little weary because I was like, I don't really want to be away from home. But I mean, after talking with her and meeting with her, I was like, I want to go to this school. I just fell in love with the school. I really liked it.
That's awesome. That's great. Yeah, that's amazing. Like, what's one of the first things you're looking forward to? When you get playing in the season at St. Andrews, what's the first thing you're looking forward to doing, or like being while you're there?
I think just one thing I'm looking forward to is just playing. I mean, I'm just playing, being in a new area, meeting all these new people who all have the same goal that I have, all the competition, the healthy competition, just, being able to work on my game whenever I want, being at that school, it's going to be great.
That's awesome. That's very exciting, and welcome to Rhode Island and to St. Andrews, and I'm sure you're gonna do great things while you're there. What's it going to be like to play in a whole new league and knapsack, and play against teams across New England and even across the country?
Yeah, it's going to definitely be different than where I was, which is Newton North, where, you kind of just playing locally. I'm really excited for it. I love competition. I love, being challenged, and I love challenging people. So I'm looking forward to it.
That's awesome. Well, it's very exciting. That's awesome. It's gonna be great things coming down your way. And being at St. Andrews, I'm sure great things are good, like playing great competition as well too. But I gotta ask too, how did you get into basketball?
Um, well, my dad, he played, and I kind of have just always had a basketball in my hand. I can't really pinpoint a certain time when I, got into basketball, but it's always just been in my hand and just getting better and better, and love of the game stronger and stronger every single time I touch it.
That's great. That's really great. And like, was there like when you always had a basketball in your hand, or did your dad got you into the sport you mentioned? But like, was there also like a player or someone that you looked up to that like kind of helped you get more into it as well too?
Honestly, my dad, um, because he was the phenomenal player, and he's just such an inspiration to me, and he just pushes me every single day to get better and better, and I couldn't ask for anybody else to do that for me.
That's awesome. That's great. Well, that's great for your dad to get you into the sport, and obviously to turn into some great things as well too for you. Is What's it like now? Do you beat your dad 1-on-1 the most, or how's that work?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't recently I've been beating him, but before he'd been beating me, out muscling me, fouling me. But I think I have him now finally.
That's great. That's awesome. Who beats each other at horse?
Oh, he'll beat me all day. He'll beat me all day at horse.
Oh no, yeah, gotta get those trick shots in.
He's very, very creative when it comes to horse. Very.
Oh man, that's interesting. All right, so well, at least you beat him 1-on-1, I guess, right? There's something. um, so you mentioned you played at Newton North High School. What has your time been like at Newton North? Like your time there?
It was great. I mean, I had so much fun playing there from as a freshman, even until my junior year. Just I loved everybody there. It's going to be hard leaving because my whole life is in Newton ever since I was in kindergarten. But having another opportunity to take the next step to my game is just if it's there, you got to do it. And for me, I want to be playing this game for a long time, so I'm willing to do whatever I have to do.
Yeah, that's definitely understandable, and it's good. But what was like last season like for you too? Like, what was it like? I know here in Rhode Island we had restrictions to wear a mask, and like, what was it like, for you guys playing the season? Did you guys have a shortened season too as well?
Yes, we did have a short season. We only had 12 games, and each week we played the same team, except one game would be home and one game would be away. And actually, the beginning of our season, we played Braintree 4 times because one of the teams that we were supposed to play, they shut down. So we ended up playing Braintree for 2 weeks in a row. And um, it was very different and very hard, especially with team bonding and stuff. Getting to know your new teammates, getting to bond with them because of all the restrictions and all the limitations. Um, but I mean, we made the most of it. We definitely still had fun, had a good bond, but COVID definitely did make it a little harder.
Yeah, it's got to be interesting. That's gonna be interesting playing four teams. I mean, the one team 4 times in a
Yes,
row.
it was very different and not what I'm used to. I'm not even used to playing the same team like back to back. That's like very rare, but now you're playing the same team back to back to back.
Yeah, that's gotta be great. Like, did you guys beat them all 4 times?
Yes, we went undefeated the whole season.
Oh wow, the congratulations. So
Thank you.
did you guys like I was reading some stories and stuff like so like was Needham your toughest opponent or was that last year? Like was that you
That was definitely last year. Needham was our toughest opponent, and unfortunately, we lost them 3 times, and we lost to them just before the semifinals. So it was like very hard to
uh,
lose to them. But this year, they lost. They graduated some amazing players, and we were able to beat them. But it was also very different because of the competition that we were used to. They graduated, so many players, and since there were so many restrictions, it was just some players obviously, for reasons they wanted to protect their families and they weren't able to play, or for other reasons they weren't having the drive to players, whatever. But every game we went out there, we played our hardest, and so did the other teams, and we just had a fun time. I mean, what else could you do?
that's
It
yeah,
was just a blessing to be able to play.
yeah, that's very good. That's a good point. You just have to have a fun time, especially in some time like this. It's crazy and uncertainty, and just gotta enjoy every game. You never know what could have happened, could have ended your season in some sort of way. Now, did you guys win the championship since you went undefeated?
Well, no, we didn't even have like an in conference like playoff or something like that, or even like a little tournament. We just did our 12 games of the season. That was it, unfortunately.
Oh, really? Oh, so you guys didn't have. Oh no,
Yeah,
that's
we didn't have anything. It was very limited, very limited.
oh wow, that's crazy. And what's it too like? Did you guys have fans or nothing like that?
We weren't allowed to have any spectators. The only spectators we were allowed to have was during senior night, and there was the seniors' parents. They were allowed to come and watch spaced out, and it was fun to have a couple people in the stands, but we definitely would have loved to have fans this year. But we did have a live stream and people cheering us on from behind the screen.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, but was it weird not having fans at any
It
of the
was
games?
very weird. It was very quiet. You could hear everything that everyone was saying, and it was just like no one to look at. You can't look at your parents because they're behind the screen, or your little brother because they're behind the screen. But we made the most of it.
Yeah, that's true. You gotta look at the camera the next time. You just gotta give like a shrug or something like
Yeah,
that.
sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but that's that's great. I mean, the way to like push through. I know it must have been like a tough season, but it's great that you guys were able to get a season and have fun with it and still enjoy it at least, and that's the most important part about it. Um, did you have like a favorite regular season game or anything?
I think our last game was my favorite. Everyone scored that game. Everyone had something to contribute to that win, and it was a great way to wrap up the season. It was such a bittersweet moment, but it was more sweet than bitter.
That's awesome. That's great. That's always great when you see like everyone score and the teammates getting involved. That's amazing. Well, that's great. I mean, now I want to ask us some questions outside of basketball that are more just for fun and to get to know you and everything like that. But my first question, I always ask everyone this one: do you have any superstitions or pregame rituals?
Um, let me think about that one. Yes, I don't touch my phone before games. I don't get on social media before games, and I wear the same like the same shirt, the same socks, like the same spandex. Like I wear the same thing every single time I play. Like especially the socks. I don't know. It's something about it. I try to keep the same socks.
Yeah, that's great. Now, are there like certain pair of socks that you wear, or like is it?
I have like two pairs of elite socks, a white pair and a black pair, and I wear those and I make sure I keep those on. Or I'll have like a regular pair of like Nike socks or and a regular pair of like Under Armour and I'll like wear those.
There you go. That's good. You got to keep it. Yeah, that's a good superstition ritual. I feel like. And do you have anything like if you had like say you wore a bad pair like a sock, the socks, and you had like a bad game, and would you switch those pairs out, or would you just still keep them?
I think I would keep them.
Oh, all right, all right. I've heard stories where people switch out the socks or their shoes if it's not going well or something like that. So that's good that you keep the socks, and that's a good superstition to have.
Yes. I
Uh,
wash them though. I wash them. I just wear the same pair.
no judgment. Everyone has their own, yeah. Everyone has their own things.
Sure.
um, what what kind of music do you like to listen to?
Before the game, I would listen to like I don't know, like R&B a little bit with a little bit of rap. Mostly R&B though. You know, I don't know. I know a lot of people are like, "How can you listen to that?" But me, I mean, you know, music is music, so I just enjoy it.
Yeah, that's great. Who do you have like a favorite artist and song?
I have a favorite song, and it's a very old one because some could call me an old soul. It's called "You Know What's Up" by Donald Jones, and it's an old song. And my parents are like, "What do you even know about that song?" But I really like it. I don't listen to it before a game because it's not really the type of song that get me like pumped. But like any other time, like homework, just listening to music, that's like the first song I'll go to.
Wow. All right, that's interesting. I'll have to check it out. I don't know if I've heard that song before.
Yeah, you probably haven't. Honestly, probably haven't.
All right. For the first time, I might feel young on this podcast than if I've ever felt. If I haven't heard a song. Usually I haven't heard a song because I'm older. So when people mention it, I'm like,
Yeah,
I never heard of that
all the
person.
way around this time.
Yeah, the other way around this time. So all right. I'll have to, but I will check it out. Let's see. Yeah, that sounds sounds good. Do you have a favorite food?
I do. I love chicken tenders and French fries. Like if I go to a restaurant, you can ask anyone. That's the only thing I'll get. Like I don't even remember the last time I got something other than that.
Oh man, that's a good choice.
Thank you.
What do you do? Like, what's the side? Do you get a side sauce with it? What kind of sauce do you go with?
I get honey mustard to dip my chicken tenders in, and I get mayonnaise to put my French fries in.
Mayonnaise. All right.
Oh, I know it's a little different, but it's pretty good. And like if you go to Uno's, they give you like garlic mayonnaise, so like it's pretty good.
That sounds good. The garlic mayo sounds really good. I'll I'll have to try the mayo sometimes in the French fries.
Yeah.
Um,
Some it's different. Like restaurant mayonnaise is definitely different than like home mayonnaise. At home, I'll never do it, but at a restaurant, I will.
okay. All right. That makes sense. I get that. Is there a place that you is like a go-to place for you to get chicken tenders in Newton or wherever you
Jake
go?
and Joe's. I go to Jake and Joe's and I get chicken tenders. I love their chicken tenders and their French fries. They're so good.
Oh man, great place. I love Chicken Joe's. That's a great place. I'll have to next time I go there, I'll have to get some chicken tenders.
You should. They're very good.
I'm looking forward to it. And do you have like a favorite basketball team and a favorite player?
Um, what do you want? Like WNBA, college, any?
Any, whatever. Yeah.
Well, for college, I would for the girls' side, I definitely say it would have to be Arizona. I love the underdogs. I love Ari McDonald. I love the performance she put on. It was amazing. I just loved the energy that she played with. It was just like unmatched. No one could stop her. She was just gonna do whatever she wanted. She was determined. Even though they lost, she played a very, very good game.
Yeah. She's a great player. Who do you like for WNBA?
I would have to say like Sabrina Ionescu. I just love the way that she plays. She has such a complete game. She has the passing, the rebounding, the offense, and just like great IQ. She has a great IQ.
She plays for the Liberty right now.
Yes, she plays for the Liberty. She's been putting up some big numbers these past couple of games.
Has she really? Who are they playing next?
I have no idea. I have to find out because I'm gonna tune into that one.
Yeah, I have to watch it. Is that now? Do you like the Liberty for your favorite WNBA team, or do you just follow players?
I'd have to say Atlanta. Because Aaron McDonald's on that team. I just like that, and I like the Dallas Wings too. They have some very good young talent.
That's awesome. Well, that's great. That's really great. And do you have a favorite NBA or?
Brooklyn Nets. I love that trio.
God.
I love that trio.
I know they're so good. Well, they're just. I was hoping that they would just trade Kyrie and get Russell Westbrook and then reunite OKC again, but
yeah, they just complement each other so well. I think the other day, like they had like 80 points all together, and the rest of their team had like 20. And I'm like, if you have 3 players putting up almost 100 points, no one's gonna beat them.
Yeah, no, those are like, especially Durant and Harden are like the 2 best scorers in the NBA, and you add in the addition of Kyrie, who's a good facilitator and can score when he wants to. So it's just kind of
it's unmatched. It's hard. It's gonna be hard for anybody playing them.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be interested to see. Hopefully, I don't jinx it, but I'd be interested to see who they play in the finals.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, exactly. I'll do it right now. Yeah, be great. Well, even though I'd like to see them lose to Celtics, but yeah.
Can't have it both ways.
Yeah, I don't think it will happen. But yeah, and then what's your favorite thing to do outside of basketball?
I don't know. I don't really do anything else. Honestly, like I have a pretty boring life outside of basketball. I just, work out, do homework, play basketball. Probably sleeping because I'm, pretty tired most of the time. Worn out.
Understandable. Sounds like if you do a lot of basketball, it sounds like you would be tired. Definitely well needed. Plus, it's on top of school.
I love some downtime.
Nice. That's awesome. Are you on an AAU team? Do you play AAU as well?
Yes, I play with the Bay State Jaguars.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. What's it like playing for them? And I think, is it Coach Mosley that runs the team?
Yes. It's Coach Mosley and Lori. It's very fun. It's different because I've never played with any of these girls. I do know some of them, from just seeing them saying hello, but we have great talent on that team. We get along great. I love everyone on the team. It's very fun. We're just having fun. That's what we're doing. Having fun, playing hard, competing, working with each other, helping each other get better.
That's great. I like it. That's awesome. I love your perspective on the game. It's always about having fun, and it sounds like you're having a lot of fun playing the game of basketball, and that's the most important thing.
Yes.
That's great. Well, that's all I have for questions for you. Do you have any questions, comments, or statements for me or anything?
No, I'm just, so grateful for being able to be on the show. Thank you for having me.
Of course, and welcome to Rhode Island, and good luck with everything at St. Andrews. We'll definitely have to have you back on the show for sure again.
I'd love to be back on here.
All right, sounds good. All right, well, you have a nice night.
You as well. Thank you.
Thank you.